It takes some courage to have an idea. So if you want to step beyond just having it, if you want to save that idea from vanishing into nothingness and wrestle it into the real world, if you want it to break through, then you have to build it, test it, revise it, push through the countless obstacles, the no's, the impossibles, and yes, even the doubt that creeps in from time to time. At Thermo Fisher Scientific, we want you to be bold. We're here to support your idea so you can strengthen it and make the world healthier, cleaner, and safer. We're a step ahead so you can step beyond with the tools to shape tomorrow, the technologies to revolutionize where we're going, and a commitment to transform your ideas into solutions that transform us all. We stand with those who question and answer what's unknown. We champion science because we're scientists too. So go ahead, create the future. We're with you every step of the way. Thermo Fisher Scientific, the world leader in serving science.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Thermo Fisher CLDP online webinar. My name is Lexi. I joined Thermo Fisher as CLDP since February. It is really my honor to be here as today's host and contribute to our new batch of CLDPs. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you spending your time with us tonight. Joining as alumni, I'm pretty excited to share about this great company that I'm working for. But now, let's check out today's agenda. Let's welcome Ms. Tony Acharito on the stage to talk more about this company that he is leading.
For joining us online. My name is Tony Acharito, and I'm the president of Thermo Fisher Scientific in China. It's a great pleasure to be with you here today and take this opportunity to provide you with an overview of our organization in China. You know, this is the second time we have conducted the MBA campus talk, and it's the first time we have done it virtually. I hope that you leave this event with greater insight into how Thermo Fisher is enabling our mission in China and how you get to be part of this wonderful organization and contribute to the community as well. So let's start with a short video. Over to you, Alexi.
在墨菲深谙你所未知的微观世界，与科学家并肩而行，突破边界，超越期待。近40年来，赛墨菲扎根中国，服务中国，背靠国际资源，以创新实力、领先规模与多元化人才布局，帮助你应对市场挑战。观察未来趋势，以本土化生产与前沿的数字化解决方案，无以提升服务体验。我们专注当下使命，提供针对中国市场的整体解决方案，帮助你成就更美好的世界。从空气到水源，坚持守护更洁净的环境。从农场到餐桌，吃下的每一口都是安心。从药物研发到大规模生产，我们关注生物制药的每一步。从转化医学到服务临床， 为健康中国提供坚实的保障。我们更懂你渴望突破的内心，无畏出发的坚定，全力以赴，助你成就无限未来。一路走来，我们都在为推动人类进步而奋斗。赛默菲携手客户，让世界更健康、更清洁、更安全。
Thank you. So, Thermo Fisher Scientific is the world leader in serving science, and we have annual revenues that exceed $25 billion US dollars. Our global team delivering unrivaled combination of innovative technologies and solutions to the scientific community. In order to better serve our customers across many diverse scientific market segments, it's important for us to invest and lead the way in technology innovation. And to do this, we have over 5,000 R&D scientists and engineers, and we invest over $1 billion in R&D annually. Next slide, please. Our mission is our purpose, which is to enable our customers to make the world healthier, cleaner, and safer. Whether our customers are accelerating life science research or solving complex analytical challenges, improving patient diagnostics and therapies, or increasing their productivity in the laboratory, we're here to support them. Next slide, please. Thermo Fisher Scientific represents industry-leading brands, and that focus is really representing two areas. The first is innovative technologies within the analytical and life science industry, as well as world-class scientific services. And you can see the 6 primary brands on this slide, which deliver on that promise. Next slide. So switching to our organization in China, Thermo Fisher is committed to investing in China for China. We have a track record of investing locally to broaden the scale and depth of our presence in the China market, really bringing together innovative technologies, enhancing collaboration with our partners here locally, and ultimately to better serve our customers locally. Next slide. Thermo Fisher has been established now in China for almost 40 years. This is now our second largest region globally, and we have over 5,000 employees, with more than half of those people customer-oriented professionals, and also including 14 commercial offices, 6 application centers, and 8 manufacturing sites today in China. All this is to serve our customers across the very broad scientific community and the key markets such as academic research, biologics and pharma, food safety and environmental. We have local R&D, which is our China Innovation Center in Shanghai and in Suzhou, with over 100 scientists and engineers, where we have delivered on over 100 patents and introducing 6 new product launches on average per year. Next slide, please. So at Thermo Fisher China, our strategy is focused on 5 key pillars. Our primary pillar of growth is focused on investing in our people, first and foremost. And then it's about leveraging our scale in China. And we underpin that with strategic competencies that are focused on solutions that we provide in each of those vertical markets that I mentioned, as well as local innovation, and doing that through our well-established manufacturing footprint. We couple this with leading e-commerce and digital capabilities to enable our customer engagement and improve customer service. And really, over the next few slides, I'll go a little bit deeper into each of those strategic pillars to give you more of a sense of, where we focus. So next slide, please. So going deeper, as I mentioned, here, as you look at the customers we serve, we do this by leveraging our scale, as I mentioned, and our depth of expertise to provide specific scientific solutions to meet the customer individual needs. Whether it's within the academic and university or biopharma, healthcare or precision medicine, or the broad range of applied markets, our goal is to go deep to understand the specific customer needs and align our solutions and our talent to enable our customers. Next slide, please. So, as I mentioned, one of our key competencies is our local manufacturing capabilities. We have 8 factories in China, located in Beijing, Suzhou, Shanghai, and Guangzhou. And these facilities are designed to better serve our customers, ultimately accelerating their productivity and their innovation goals. Next slide, please. At Thermo Fisher, we're leading the way when it comes to digital transformation. There is actually a lot to learn here, and it's a fast evolving area which requires a flexible approach where we can leverage data insights to drive decisions to better serve our customers. Our digital solutions team here in China is empowered to really think big, start small, and move fast. Really iterating and evolving at China speed to accelerate scientific solutions and drive productivity at the customer level. Next slide, please. The establishment of the China Innovation Center, or CIC, is a significant milestone for us in China. The role of the CIC is to customize specific solutions to China customer needs, and the focus on the development of new applications and technologies across all the market segments that we serve. So super critical to enabling our growth in China, and has been a growth driver for us for many years. Next slide, please. So finally, and importantly, is our focus on the corporate social responsibility. Really adhering to our mission of enabling our customers to make the world healthier, cleaner, and safer. Thermo Fisher in China has a series of charity programs with the theme of making changes. We have a few flagship programs, which include the Little Scientist program in collaboration with the China Youth Development Foundation to support children education. We have the annual charity run themed Anti-Cancer and Healthy Life. We also have the Fudan STEM Scholarship Program, which is aimed to cultivate talent in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And all these programs are focused on identifying and addressing the social challenges where our knowledge, skill, and expertise as a world leader in serving science can truly make a difference and impact to our community. So, the team here in Thermo Fisher China is giving up their time as well as donations to underprivileged communities and making changes in the areas of healthcare, scientific education, environmental protection, and really to create, again, a better living environment in China. Really, that completes my overview of Thermo Fisher. I look forward to answering any questions you may have later in the session. And more importantly, I look forward to you joining our organization sometime soon. Back to you, Aleximo.
Thank you, Tony, for sharing our company's great missions and strategy. I'm so lucky that I can work for a company which have such meaningful impacts on our society. Now I believe every one of you are very interested in what is our expectations for CLDPs and how this program can help our talent success. So now let's welcome Ms. Sabrina Yuan, VP of Human Resource, to talk about this.
Thank you, Lexi. Hey, good evening, good morning, everyone. It's really great to meet you virtually and then have the opportunity to help you understand more about our company and this program. So first, a little bit self-introduction. I've been with Thermo Fisher China for around 3 years. And before that, I worked in different markets like US, Hong Kong, and I also worked in different industries like fast-moving consumer goods, IT industry, and financial institute. Let me just go to the value first, because when we choose a company, we need to understand a bit more about the culture and then the value. And in Thermo Fisher, we believe in 4I value. And then the 4I means integrity, intensity, innovation, and involvement. So I hope that this 4I value actually matches with your personal value, and then we can work together and then make the business growth together. And then for this program, I believe that Tony just introduced that we have very aspirational growth targets for China. And then to make the business growth, we need leaders. This program, the China Leadership Development Program, is targeted to develop our next generation of leaders. And then to help us to develop next generation of leaders, we applied a blended learning approach, which is 70, 20, and 10. And then for the 70%, we believe that's the most important part, is the on-the-job learning. You will experience the job rotation, and then you will have some challenging projects to working on. And then for the 20%, we believe that learning from others is also very important. So we provided the executive mentorship, and then you will get the individual coaching from the line manager. And also we have the peer learnings. So you can exchange ideas, learnings from each other. Last but not least is about the 10%. That's the formal learning opportunities. So basically we will use like Thermo Fisher University to provide the development opportunities under this program. And then for such a high profile program, you may be curious about what would be the total rewards philosophy here in Thermo Fisher. So we will provide the competitive compensation package and also some benefits to help manage the risks and health. And also we have the flexible benefits. So like for our colleagues, they can choose to upgrade the risk and the medical insurance for the family, including the kids. So it might be too early for you, but you will recognize that it's very important actually in the long run. And also like for the extra annual leave, so people can use their pay to buy some leaves. Besides of that, I mentioned earlier under our 4I value, one of the value is about intensity, but we also encourage work-life balance, and we provide quite some support to facilitate the work-life balance. So besides, like we provide various of leave days, and now we also apply the flexible working arrangement. So we don't really think that people need to be in office all the time to deliver the work. Actually, they can work remotely, work from home, etc. And then we have a lot of colleague engagement programs like the I Belong activities. So we have some interest club. If you are interested in badminton, table tennis, photographer, etc. So we have those kind of communities for our colleagues. And then going back to this program, what we are looking for. So in terms of the competency requirement, we need people who have the basic business acumen. So we are looking for experienced candidates. And also those candidates need to have the strategic mindset, can manage complexity, and can work effectively with others. Also collaborate as a team. And we're also looking for people with leadership. I want to highlight one thing here is about the learning agility. Yeah, so we believe that for the potential hires, you are still at somewhat like an early stage in your career. But we do expect that the people can have the high potential and then have the high learning agility, including people agility, result agility, change agility, so that they do have the potential to grow together with the business. And actually, we kicked off this program from last year. We have very successful stories so far, and Nexing is one of the examples, and she will share her stories later on. And then this year, we are expanding this program. Yeah, so last year, we started from marketing, supply chain, finance, HR team. And then this year, we are expanding it to the commercial teams. So you will see that for sales, commercial excellencies, we are also looking for right candidates as well. Yeah, so some basic requirement besides of the competencies that I mentioned about in terms of the experience that we are looking for the MBA graduates with maybe at least 3 years of working experience. Yeah, so I hope that I give you a brief idea about our company's value and then what we are looking for this program. And timing-wise, you can actually start the application now. We kicked it off from early this month, and then followed by the phone interview, on-site interview. And interestingly, if you can successfully go to the assessment center, I guarantee that it will be an interesting development opportunity. And that is targeted to be held on January the 21st. Yeah. And then regarding offering, we expect that to grant the offer at around end of January or early February around the Chinese New Year time. Yeah, so that's a brief introduction about this program. Thank you so much. I'm really glad to have the opportunity to communicate with you, and I will stay here for the Q&A later on. Thank you.
Now, I'd like to bring one more brilliant leader to join our tonight's discussion. Let's meet Han, VP of Commercial Excellency. Hi, Han. Would you please introduce yourself a little bit to our online audience first?
Sure. So my name is Han. I'm from Singapore. And basically, I've been with Thermo Fisher for the last 9 years. I have been in China for the last 5. And I have played the role of commercial VP for total China in the last 4 years. A little bit of a background for myself. Now, I started as an engineer, but only very briefly for 1 year. And after the 1 year, I decided I needed to do something more exciting. So I moved into sales and marketing, and I have been in the business arena for the last many years, of course. So that's a little bit of a background on my side. I look forward to really engage with all of you, and really it's a pleasure to be here with you all.
Thank you, Han, for sharing. So as a senior leader in the company, well, so far, what is your impressions on CLDPs, and what is your expectations for next year's CLDPs?
So I think you guys are a bunch of high caliber candidates, right? You have working experience. You now have equipped yourself with good business skills. And I look forward to really bringing a bunch of really creative thinking, able to work in a very complex environment kind of people. And lastly, you bring new energy and passion into the company. So I'm really looking forward to this batch of CLDP candidates whom we look forward to bringing into the commercial roles as well.
As previous announcement, you will become the GM from next January. So would you please briefly introduce what would be your commitments and expectations for China business in the future?
So for those of you who heard Tony's introduction just now, you will know that we have been here for 40 years, almost 40 years. Our technologies and our equipment and services and products touch many, many aspects of the Chinese people, right? So, we continue to invest in China. We see great potential in the growth of the company, and we continue to want to develop talent to grow with us and really develop along the way, just like I myself did in the last 5 years. And again, I'm very humbled to be able to take on the new role. But again, this demonstrates our ability to bring talent forward and really cultivate you guys, cultivate all of us, and we can grow together with the company.
Thank you, Han. Thank you very much for the sharing.
All right.
By now, I believe that every one of you have known how we achieve success in Thermo Fisher and how we support our talents for development and growth. Add on this, I'd like to share a little bit on my own experience during the CLDP program. So just briefly introduce my background. I get my MBA degree from Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. So right after my graduation, I joined Thermo Fisher as CLDP in the supply chain function. So currently, I'm doing my first rotation in supply chain COE team, which is called Center of Excellency. It is a team to help value stream, warehouse, and logistics to do some optimization and improvement projects. During the past 9 months, I've been involved in several strategic projects which related to inventory management, supply chain digitalization, and supply chain matrix. So to give you a more vivid idea of what we did, I'd like to simply introduce the projects that I've mentioned. So the first project I involved is to improve our inventory health and visibility. So before identify the questions, I actually did a lot of data collection and data analysis so that I need to identify key inventory problems and root causes with full transparency. So now, with knowing the issues we need to set strategies for inventory reductions. And for different type of inventory, like excess, obsolete, slow-moving, and safety stock, we need to tailor the strategy to fit the nature of the stocks. So the critical part here is we need to execute fast. So I also need to involve into monitoring the operational actions to support our business target. And the second thing is about supply chain digitalization. I actually facilitate our data team to build centralized data platform and foundation to enable our supply chain digitalization transformation. As we all know, all types of database and data technology will face the problem of garbage in and garbage out problem. So to avoid this, we also need to standardize the data creation and maintenance process, and also steering governance with clear role and responsibility within our stakeholders. So another project I've involved is about to improve our internal management process by setting supply chain matrix and supply chain KPIs. I did in-depth study to explore the best practice in the industry and adopt and tailor the methodology to fit our dynamic business nature. I also need to connect with our internal stakeholder to drive better decision-making and continuous improvements for supply chain disruptions. So eventually, after doing this, we can improve our customer service and customer satisfactions. So this is just briefly about the project that I'm involved. Through my experience, you can see as CLDP, you will have tremendous opportunities to various projects and different responsibility. CLDP is a very great platform for talent growth and development. My VP, line manager, and HRBP give me huge autonomy on my career path. So they will willingly listen to my opinion and choose the suitable projects for me to cultivate the skills and capabilities. So continue my journey at Thermo Fisher, I still see there's huge chances for further development. So during the 2 years rotation, I wish I can gain a holistic view of the whole business, which means from strategy and supply chain to finance and leadership. Most importantly, I want to make more differences and support others to achieve success. And beyond my job and the work life, my mentor and coach are always there for help. They support me a lot and give me very precious advices. So another thing that I always remind myself is I need to stay hungry, stay curious, and stay humble. Although it sounds a little bit cliche, but I truly believe it will make me a benefit for life. So this is all about my personal sharing for the experience that I had in the CLDP program. So I see that there's a lot of questions raised by our online audience. So currently our guest speakers are ready to answer the questions that you have raised and provide their word of advice. So let's welcome our leaders first. So currently we have VP of Commercial Operation Han Peng, VP of Human Resource Sabrina Yuan, and our VP of Finance Ida Chen. Ida, could you please introduce yourself a little bit to our audience first?
My name is Ida Chen. I'm responsible in Thermo Fisher China for both finance and business development.
Thank you, Ida. So here I get the first question from our audience. So it is about compared to other similar MBA programs. So what makes Thermo Fisher CLDP different, and how it benefits to the MBA graduates?
I think the width of the platform, the depth of the platform is probably very good benefit for the students because Thermo Fisher has a variety of business, touches different vertical segments from academic to biopharma to clinical to industrial. And the students will be able to have opportunities to understand our products and our products application to our customers, and also have the opportunity to learn about the industry. So there's a variety of great practice we can offer to the students for their growth.
Yeah, maybe I can add a little bit on there. Yeah, so personally, I think that when I joined Thermo Fisher, I'm really inspired about our mission. Yeah, so as Tony mentioned earlier, that our mission is to enable our customers to make the world healthier, cleaner, and safer. Yeah, and I believe that doing good makes you feel good, right? So if you can join a company with such a mission, I trust that besides of what Ida mentioned about, that we hope that the company's mission can make you excited.
Yeah, great point, Sabrina. So, I wanted to touch on that, but good thing you did. So I'll touch on one other thing that I think is really my own experience as well. I think Thermo Fisher as a platform enables you to grow and grow quite rapidly. And of course, there are demands, but we as a company have a culture of developing and rewarding our people. So that's essentially one of the very personal experiences that I've gained and had over the last 9 years with Thermo Fisher Scientific.
Thank you for all the answers. So the second question is about what is the Thermo Fisher's future in China? Future plan or the strategies in China?
It's a tremendous potential, right? Like I said earlier on, I think strategically we will not ever stop investing here in this vast market. It is now our number 2 country globally. It's our fastest growing region. More importantly, I think to Sabrina's point, we are actually making significant contributions to China as a country. So those are things that I view are critical in starting or even in the mid of your careers. It's a sense of purpose and knowing that there is a huge runway for us, for you guys to develop together with us.
Okay, so the next question is, what is the biggest challenge Thermo Fisher is facing
today? I think it's probably separated from, break down to 2 questions. What is the Thermo Fisher global, as a global companies facing versus Thermo Fisher in China? I'll just talk a little bit about my own opinion about Thermo Fisher China's challenge. Is the market in China is great for us. And the challenge comes from this great market is the speed of change. And the market is very dynamic. We need to keep up from strategy perspective. And our customers' demand is increasing day after day. And our competitors, both multinational players and the local competitors, are getting stronger. So we need to stay on our game. That's the biggest challenge. And from Thermo Fisher global perspective, in my personal humble opinion, is very much how we choose to play. From technology perspective, where we pick our strengths, where we invest. So that's kind of from both global and the local view, slightly different.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Ada.
Right.
So
maybe I can also build a little bit on that. Yeah. So when we're talking about Thermo Fisher China, we have the strict plan to really double the business in 5 years. So 5 years later, we will be a company with $6 billion US. Yeah. And then if we have that kind of aspiration, one of the big gap that I see is about talent. So this is why we are talking with you today. And then we do expect that we can attract the top talents from you to join us and then go together with the business growth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one last area that I want to touch on. Our CEO, Mark Casper, always says this, let's not be complacent. So Lexi touched on a good point, stay hungry, right? So I think that's our biggest challenge. We have been very successful over the past many years. We have grown tremendously. And so one of the largest challenges we have to ourselves is to ourselves, right? Really to be hungry, never accept the status quo, don't be complacent because somebody out there is out to get us as well. So we need to be hungry all the time.
So the next question is actually related with the question that before. As every one of you mentioned, like we need to stay hungry and watching out the marketplace, right? So the next question is about how is like Thermo Fisher different from our competitors in the
market? All right, I'll start. I think, like we touched on a lot of these things across the discussions just now. I think one of the key differences that Thermo Fisher brings is that we do make a difference. We do make a difference in the world. We do make a difference for our employees and our customers. So I think that essentially is a very key differentiating factor. I think all the rest in terms of growth, in terms of potential to do well within a company, and markets doing well, I think that's very consistent, in good companies, in good companies, right? But knowing the fact that you can make a difference in the world, I think that, and contribute, and yet develop and grow yourself as a leader, I think that's essential for a person's career. And I've learned that over the last 9 years.
So I will, I'll add a little bit. I think for Thermo Fisher, we, for a very credible company in the space, over the many years in the past, the company has invested and created a great technology platform. And that is a great advantage we have, and that scale continue to enable us to grow in both global market and the China market. And the second, to Hans' point, I'll talk a little bit about what makes a difference is the leadership team does make the difference. I'm going to, do a little bit of advertisement for, for finance function and the business development, for example. In our global finance leadership team, I'm a benefit from it. It's always very focused on develop talent for the both midterm and the long term. And I think that is actually very important for MBA students to think about your future career. You wanted to have work in a place, a working environment to provide that very neutral environment to help you to grow and scale.
Thank you. So next question is about how the COVID-19 affecting your company and business.
So COVID has been an interesting year for us, definitely challenging, right, from many different aspects. The company has weathered the COVID situation very well, and I'm very proud to say that we have really contributed in the controlling of the pandemic. In addition to the controlling of the pandemic, we are also contributing to the development of vaccines and therapeutics through many areas, right? We provide raw materials for the development and research. We provide manufacturing equipment for the state-of-the-art biologics therapeutics. We provide technical assistance to our customers. We even provide, as you are well aware, the latest mRNA vaccines require sub 70 degrees Celsius cold storage shipment. So we even provide those kinds of storage units in order to make sure that the entire world can have access to these kind of vaccines. So, we pride ourselves in being able to do that. And I think, and I know that we will continuously continue to do this going forward. Be it, I hope we'll be able to get past this COVID situation in a very short future. But sincerely, I just like I tell all my colleagues and team, let's do our bit to stay safe and get past this situation here.
And also COVID helped our company to exercise our management muscle. We are together, went through a very difficult time like other companies in the industry, but we went through it together with a healthy employee and a better foundation for the business. So I think that actually, silver lining for us as well.
Yeah, exactly. As I mentioned, that for this program, we have a 70-20-10 blended learning approach. And then 70% is the most important one. Again, that I believe that COVID-19 actually, it's a tragedy, but it's a great learning opportunity for us as talent, as a company. And I would say that Thermo Fisher really grasped this opportunity. And you may heard actually for our overall business that last quarter we grew 34% of the organic growth in such a challenging environment. And then for our talents, I believe that we practiced our leadership during the VUCA environment as well. Yeah, so we don't really waste the opportunity, even it's a challenge. Yeah, so I think that we did well, I would say, and we sincerely invite you to join this winning company, no matter it's up or down time.
Thank you. So next question is specifically for Han. So you mentioned that the digital solution as a key pillar for Thermo Fisher. So did Thermo Fisher collaborate with any big data provider, digital solution provider like BAT? Will that be in the consideration?
I think innovation in digital is really transforming our business through deploying digital tools and solutions. It is not a digital transformation, it's more a business transformation in terms of how we utilize these tools and solutions. So depending on, which department you're in, whether it's sales or finance or HR, I think we all have potential to utilize these solutions better and increase both productivity as well as our efficiency. But more importantly, I think it is how we serve our customers better. So always ask ourselves, what are the pain points? We always ask ourselves, what are the pain points of our customers? How do we better service them? How do we resolve their problems, right? So if you keep that in mind, it doesn't matter who you partner with, really. And you can be working internally with teams or even externally with partners like you mentioned. We remain open, but our strategy is to really transform the business and our employees' thinking and culture in utilizing these digital tools and solutions. I think that's the way that we would proceed, for the company. And I think with that, China is the forefront of the digital transformation, the trend, right? So we have great potential here in China to really leverage digital solutions to really help spur our growth.
Mm-hmm. considering the time limits, let's answer the last question that raised by the audience. So consider current political turbulency between China and the US. So how is Thermo Fisher China going? Will the Thermo Fisher China be affected by the situation?
I mean, Ida can attest to this. We have not stopped our investments. In fact, we have increased our investments this year. We have announced multiple new investments to the market just in the last couple of months. So we've been here for 40 years, almost 40 years. We will continue to make those investments. The political situation, COVID situation doesn't stop us from our long-term objectives of investing and growing here in this space here in China. So I look at these things as very short-term. These challenges that we have strategically played out over the many years out. You will see that the potential here is tremendous, and we should leverage that and keep building our capabilities and infrastructure and people, of course.
Yeah, China's market growth opportunity is huge. That's why, like Han said, we'll continue to invest. And especially at this difficult time, it's very important for a company to think not short term, but long term. And that's what we're doing. So we're here for China for the long term, and we believe in our growth potential in this market, and we need good talents to help us to grow.
Okay, thank you all for today joining us, the sharing session, all those informations. I think by now everyone online will know about the whole programs. And thank you for joining us tonight. And please remember, our CLDP positions are open for applications. So please apply. And looking forward to seeing you soon. If you have any further questions about the program, about the process, you can reach out to our HR specialists. They're all there to support you through the application process. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job, Lexi. Thanks.
Thank you.